Hi, this is Amy, and I wanted to show you how to record basically a Hangout. So this used to be a feature that was available right inside Hangouts. It was called Hangouts on Air. And now, to me, it really kind of just looks like this feature has moved over to YouTube. So it's called YouTube Live now, but basically it does the same exact thing we were doing before. It's still free and it's still a part of G Suite. So if you have a Gmail account, or a school district G Suite account, then you have this capability as long as your district has not disabled it. So one of the kind of maybe the only hard thing about this is just finding the place where you go to do this. So just for the sake of making this really easy for you, I'm just going to put the URL right up on the screen so that you can see exactly what it is, and you can go straight there if you're working along in this process with me. So there it is. It's goo.gl/ capital P, capital D, number 2, lowercase a, lowercase e, capital R. So you can pause this video, go straight to this spot. Obviously, there are other ways to get there, but I got to tell you, I struggle with it every single time I go to use YouTube Live. So that'll take you right here to creating a new event. Of course, it's going to make you log in. But once you've got this up, you can go ahead and start creating your event. So I'm just going to type out some answers here and we'll talk through them as we go. I'm just going to call it a sample event. We can go ahead and schedule this for whenever, whenever we want this event to occur. So let's do tomorrow and we'll do 8:30 a.m. You can add an end time if you want. You don't have to. You can type out a description. You can put tags. The tags are what make your videos on YouTube searchable, not the description, as far as I know and can tell anyway. So make sure you put whatever you want in tags. And again, tags should be something like this. So you can do G Suite, and I just typed a comma to make that come up. So you could do teachers, education, how to, whatever you think people might type in to search for your video, that's what you want to be in these tags. And you want to separate them, kind of like you've seen me do here. All right, now, who's going to get to watch this video and or be a part of it? Let's say that I maybe don't want this to be public on YouTube. I just want to be able to send it to certain people. Well, I'm going to go ahead and list it as unlisted. And then this is the real option that has kind of given me some trouble before. I accidentally clicked custom before and it asked me a bunch of questions I honestly just didn't know the answer to. So unless you're doing this like you're a professional, YouTuber and you're going to monetize your videos and you're doing a bunch of fancy stuff, you don't want this option. You just want the quick, and it tells you right there using Google Hangouts on Air. That'll help this all make sense. All right, once we have finished this, we're going to go ahead and create an event because I want to show you how to get it started and then talk about the different options here. So let's just pretend that the time has come. We're ready to put our video out there and we're going to go ahead and start the event. And let me move my window up so you can see everything I'm clicking inside here. And we can just pretend like we're doing this for real. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to let it use our camera because obviously we're doing a video meeting. We want people to be able to see it. So I'm going to go ahead and click allow, and then my video should come up. You see that it's going to start me off muted down here, and it also has my camera off. So if I want to turn my microphone and camera on, I can just click these and that'll turn it on. And then I can also go in here and choose which microphone I'm using, where I'm going to get my sound from. If I have multiple cameras, I can pick right there and I can test to make sure that I'm hearing things through my headphones. All right, now this is another kind of confusing thing. So let's pretend that you want to have people in your Hangout with you. So you're going to be carrying on like a group discussion or whatever, and those people need to actually be seen in your video. These are not people just watching it. These are people participating. So you would go right here and you would invite these other people who you would want to participate. So I'm just going to invite another account that I have on this computer. and we can go over and see what that's going to look like. All right, so I'm going to invite amy@friedtraining.com. That invitation has gone out. I can also, if I want, go down here to this link and get the YouTube video. So let's say now I've got people who they need to see this meeting, but they do not actually need to talk in it and be a part of it. For those people, this is the link that I want to send them, and I can just email this to them. And when we click start broadcast, a few seconds later, there's a little bit of a delay, then they'll start being able to watch this meeting with us. So let's just go ahead and click this. We'll click OK. And then we'll go over to our other account and see what this looks like. Okay, we're actually broadcasting on air right now. Remember, no one can see it. Let's go ahead and look at some of our other options. We have a control room here. This is going to let us mute people. You know, if we get somebody in the meeting who, I don't know, starts talking and they're not supposed to or whatever, we can turn that off. Actually, what it usually is somebody's like dog barking in the background or whatever. We can turn on cameraman if we want, and this is going to give us some more broadcast settings, like just keep our meeting looking a little bit more clean. You can read through that and see what you can do. This lets me share my screen so that my viewers, both my people in the YouTube live event with me and my viewers on the other side, can see my screen. And then this is a chat that is private to the people who are part of this event. This is a little extra thing I added called Hangout Toolbox. You get that from these hot dogs down here and then the add apps. And Hangout Toolbox will let you do things like add that lower third. That's that little strip at the bottom that has your name and your school district or your Twitter handle or whatever. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and mute my camera and microphone over here so that I don't have any problems when I move over to the other account to look. So I'm just going to open up the account that I invited here, and we'll take a look at how this works when we add somebody else to it. So first, let's go and see if we can actually find the invitation to the Hangout. This is a problem that people report sometimes. They've been invited to join a Hangout, to be a part of it, and yet they can't find the invitation. So let's go and look around for it and see if we can actually find that invitation. So I went over to my other account and I looked around pretty thoroughly for it. I wasn't logged into it when I sent the original invitation and I couldn't find it. So now I'm going to invite that account again now that I'm actually logged into it, and we're going to see what happens. So the email in this account is actually forwarded to another account. So I'm going to have to go and look in all mail and see if I can locate it. But let's look around again and see if we can find it. So I actually never could find the invitation inside that other account. So let's look at what to do if that happens to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my little invite thing, and this time I'm just going to hit Control C to copy this invitation link. So if this happens to you, or maybe just like go ahead and be proactive and just go ahead and use this technique. So let's open up our other account now and paste that link in and see what happens. So you could actually, just send this via email or chat or whatever. So the person who gets it, they can just paste that link into their Omnibox, where they can just click on it. It'll come through as a hyperlink. And now this is going to let me actually join and be a part of the Hangout on Air. So here we are, we're about to join a Hangout on Air. Our video has come up muted. Let's go ahead and turn the camera on and we'll go ahead and join. All right, so here we are. We are in the Hangout on Air, and I'm going to move this window kind of out of the way here so that you can see what this looks like. And let me turn the camera over here back on, and you'll see now this is my participant account, this account over here, and this is my host account, the person who has started the broadcast. So let's just compare really quickly the options that I have as a participant versus as a host. So you can see I can still screen share. I don't know what showcase means. I'll have to go back and check that out later. But I have some very limited options compared to my host account where I have all of these special options. So make sure that the person you want to control the meeting has got all of the options that they need. And this is how you're going to do that. So let's say I want my participant to be able to control the Hangout, and maybe I'm going to do the interview or whatever. So I'm going to go over here to my control room and I'm going to give this person some extra control. So here's the little down arrow. I can share controls. And now when we go back to our other account, we ought to see those controls. Let's go check it out. All right, so here we are, and we have got Control Room installed, and I just wanted to show you what popped up when I clicked it. So it lets me know that I have been given some extra access. I can turn up the volume for someone, I can mute them, their camera or their audio, and then I can eject someone if I need to. So I'll go ahead and click OK now, and now I see the control room over on the right-hand side, and I can kind of show and hide that little panel over there. All right, let's take a look at what we do when it's time for the Hangout on air or YouTube live event to be over. So we're pretending we have finished our event, and now we're ready to get it up on YouTube. So what I can do then is just stop the broadcast. And then I'm going to go to my YouTube channel and find the broadcast, and we'll set the settings on that. So here we are back at our live page, and you'll see that the sample recording we made is not there anymore. And that's because it's no longer an upcoming event, it now is a video. So let's go over to our video manager and we'll find the event that we just recorded, and let's go ahead and go to edit on this and we'll see what options we have. As you can see here, we can go back in and add a description. We can add more tags if we want to, put it in a playlist. We can also change whether it is public, unlisted, or private right here. Let's see if there's any other settings that you guys might care about. Sometimes you might want to turn off the comments, especially if you've got kids. You don't want to have to monitor this all the time, and you certainly don't want any kind of bullying or anything like that going on through YouTube. So you can turn that off if you want. I like to leave mine on. I find it easy enough to go and just delete something that doesn't make any sense or that shouldn't be on my video. Sometimes people will post ads or things like that. You can turn off whether people can see the ratings and all that kind of stuff. I like to go in and make sure mine are categorized as education, and it doesn't look like there's probably anything else there that you would necessarily care about. So when you get that all done, you can go ahead and save changes, and then we'll go back and look at how to share your video. So at this point, I like to go back to my channel homepage using these hot dogs in the top left-hand corner, and I like to just take a look at the video. So by now, I would have made it published, and I would actually be seeing it on this page. But since I didn't do that yet, I will have to go back to my video manager in order to see it. So there's one more thing that I want to show you how to do. So when I go back to my videos tab inside YouTube, I'll see my event there. I didn't see it on the front page, remember, because I have it set as unlisted. But what I want to do now is I want to look underneath my video for the edit video button, because there's another thing that I like to always do with my videos. It helps my channel look more consistent. So if this is something you're going to be using a lot, then you might want to do something like this too. You might have noticed just now I was using a beta version of the Studio, and I just switched back to Classic because if you have an education account, you're probably not seeing that version of the Studio yet. So we'll take a look at what it looks like now. So in the current Studio, this is what the editing page on my video looks like. You'll notice a lot of these controls we've seen before, but this is one thing that I like to control, the custom thumbnail. What I normally do is I just go and make a Google slide that is going to kind of represent my video, and I'm just going to go grab the title slide from this presentation I've been working on and show you what I normally do. So I would make a title slide for my video, and then I would just go to File, Download As, and save it out as a PNG. And then I'll go back over to Studio, choose Custom Thumbnail, and then I would upload that file that I just saved. So this is it right here. I would just select that and then go to Open, and it would upload that image and make that the thumbnail for the video. So let me show you what that does then when we go back to the channel. So this is the channel, and maybe you've noticed when you scroll through channels on YouTube, they have these little, pictures that represent the video, and that thing we just did, that's what creates those pictures. So my older videos don't have that, but I really try to keep some kind of, thumbnail image that makes sense on each of these videos so that when you look at it, it's just going to, help you understand what the video is about and help the channel look more consistent. So hopefully that gets you started with YouTube Live. If you have any questions about it, just ask in the comments of this video. I do get email notifications about those, so I will get back to you if you want to know something else, or if you have a creative way to use those in education, love you to post that too. Hope that helps and have a great day.